Alrighty, hello. Welcome to TCG's TCG podcast. What are we going to see in this first episode? It was the Antinormal Society. Today, we're here with...
I'm Blake.
I'm Drew.
I'm Cole.
This is Caliburn commenting on the sidelines.
I'm Isaiah commenting on the sidelines.
Alrighty. I am your host, Cole, and so let's get started. So, I thought because I'm the host, fuck you. What I decided we could do first is, I made an executive decision that we could. What we could.
He
do
has
is,
no power.
The first thing, I don't have any power. They're doing this for me so I can feel nice about myself. But so the first thing we decided to do was go over what we play, when we play, and like where we generally would play. So I think I'll start off.
What about privacy?
If you don't want to say shit, then don't say shit. I mean, it's your choice. You have a right to this. Anyways, so again, I'm Cole. I play Dark Magicians, but I also make a lot of fun character decks on the side, but I'll also sometimes make little decks for things like Exodia Gravekeepers. Like, I'll just make things that aren't really legal to play, but I will play them, like, just for fun, casually. But I am a Dark Magician player at heart, so. Drew?
I am Drew, and I like to play tunes.
Tunes like the...
Cartoon deck.
Yeah.
So, like, Toon Dark Magician. And at the moment, I'm working on making a Synchro deck and a Magician Girl deck.
Okay, this is Blake. I'm from mainly I do Blackluster Soldiers and I play almost all the time ever since the war.
Since the war,
Since the war.
What was that? Was that the
Anti-Normie
War?
It was the Anti-Normie War. Yes.
The Anti-Normie
Which
War.
side were you on, man? Which side?
I was the Anti-Normie.
He was defending.
I was one of the
defending.
Okay, go ahead, continue.
Okay, I also like to run fun decks. What my favorite thing to do is to take decks that nobody thinks of and normally considered trash, like Karibos or Spirits.
Karibos Spirits, yeah.
And like Zushins, and make them amazing to duel with. It's
Yeah,
really,
they are.
really
I'll admit,
fun.
he does a really good job at it. His Karibos have actually stumped me a couple times.
Yeah.
Then I, stopped. That stumped me.
Then you murdered them.
And then I summoned
all you have now on you is a warrior deck, right?
Yeah, like I use
that I sold him for
Yeah.
$12, which was worth it.
And what did you play when you played? Did you just play like random stuff or
Why
random
don't
stuff?
at least
That's
let me
cool.
choose
I get behind
cards.
that.
He was one of the OG gamers of let's get the 3 Egyptian god cards out and try and get
That
Exodia in
wasn't
their
me.
hand.
That was whatever his face was. The one dude.
Dude, I'm all about that.
Oh,
redhead.
Tyler?
Whoever the redhead was. I don't
Yeah,
remember
it was
his
Tyler.
name. He was the guy about the 3 Egyptian gods.
Oh yeah, that was him.
Wait, did he actually just do it?
I've done it before, right?
Yeah, I think.
Drew, I got it out before. I pulled off a pretty badass
And then
combo
I
doing it
still
too.
murdered you.
No, I beat the shit out of you, dude.
No.
Yeah, you
I
attacked
used
me.
Magic Cylinder, remember?
That's right. You freaking magic cylinder.
I've
That's
killed
right.
him so many times with Magic Cylinder.
It's
What does Magic Cylinder do?
It deflects the attack back at them directly.
It's pretty annoying.
It's pretty
So
great.
if you attack someone with 8,000, like he got Slifer with 8,000 attack points, I just flip Magic Cylinders and he's taking 8,000 to the face.
You suck.
I mean,
with Magic
what do you
Cylinder.
mean, I mean,
suck?
You suck with Magic Cylinder on the field.
I mean, look, there's always that one card that'll just screw up your entire
Yeah,
strategy.
there's-
Like, if you have
Ghost Ogre,
if
Snow
you,
Rabbit.
if you have freaking Armatile, a monster with 10,000 attack points, and
got
somebody
10,000
uses
attack
a
points?
freaking old vindictive magician against it, killing it.
I
Or
prefer
you
Mirror
could just
Force.
use Tribute of the Doom.
I prefer Mirror Force. You can't tribute to the Doom if you have Fallen Paradise in the field, though.
Hi, Miss Toller.
Because Fallen Paradise negates the target.
Hey, do you think you guys we could definitely record sign language on this podcast, right?
No, I doubt it.
Oh, because you know why? Because it's freaking not using our voices.
I don't understand that.
I don't understand that.
Speak sign language.
I do, but I didn't understand it. I don't understand. I can only speak it. I can't understand it.
Isn't that reverse of what normally happens? You normally can understand it, but you can't speak
Yeah.
it.
Well, you're not speaking it.
I'm
No,
actually-
with sign language, it's the
speaking
reverse all the time because, like, in class, our teacher will be signing, and it's like, I have no idea what you're signing, but I
You
know how
can
to
make the
sign.
hand sign.
So, I figured what we could do right now is we could just go over 2 deck lists. So
Yeah.
what I'll do is I'll go over my what is essentially my what I call Keepers of the Forbidden One, which is it's Exodia with
I don't think you
Gravekeepers.
summoned Exodia before, have you?
I have. I did it at lunch.
I've Exodia
Yeah, he did it at lunch. He got all 5
Wait,
pieces.
today?
Yeah, today.
Oh, wait, I was there.
Yeah, you were there. You watched me do it.
I thought you were...
When I got
Um,
Exodia the first time, I Exodia'd him.
Yeah, you did, but I let you, to be fair. I wanted to see it happen. But again, this is not a legal deck, and then after that we're going to go over the strongest deck at school, or the
How-
arguably strongest deck at school until I finish my Dark Magicians. It's going to be
Wait,
Blake's
why
Blackluster
is
Soldier.
Exodia banned?
It's not bland. It's limited to one, because
One
if you
piece.
have three pieces of each piece of Exodia in your deck, and you're running like 40 cards, if you're running a bunch of draw power stuff, you could win in turn 1, and that's no fun.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go over the deck right now. First card in the deck is Exodia Necros, Contract with Exodia, Magical Stone Excavation, Royal Tribute, Cannon Holder, or Gravekeeper's Cannon Holder, Gravekeeper's Descendant. The sub-theme of the deck is Egyptian, so I am running Diabound Colonel in here, Gravekeeper's Chief, Gravekeeper's Visionary. Crush Card Virus is in there as a sick joke. It's supposed to represent the
Sick
bubonic plague, and because all the monsters in this deck, most of the monsters in this deck are dark monsters with 1,000 or less attack points, so it works really well. Gravekeeper's Guard, Gravekeeper's Spy, 7 Tools of the Bandit, Necro Valley, the legendary Exodia Incarnate, Apprentice Piper, Magicians Unite, because almost every single monster in this deck besides, are all, don't organize, man, are all spellcasters. Besides Diabound are all spellcasters. Left Arm Offering, again, here's an example of why this deck is banned. Pot of Greed is in this deck, Backup Soldier, Magician Circle, Obliterate, Gravekeeper's Steel, a Dark Magician with the
Isn't Jar of Greed banned?
No, Jar of Greed is not banned. Only Pot of Greed is banned.
Oh,
And
Why?
Monster Reborn is now
It draws 2
limited.
cards. It turns any 40 card deck into a 37 card deck, actually.
I'm so happy that they allowed Monster Reborn to have one, because I threw
Yeah.
that right in Blacklusters. 'Cause
Yeah.
that thing is just too powerful.
Gold Sarcophagus, Magic Jammer, Mirror Force, Exodia, the Head of Exodia, Right Arm, Left Arm, Monsterborn, Guardian Sphinx, Gravekeeper's Commanded, Jar of Greed, Book of Moon, right leg of the Forbidden One, Gravekeeper's Heretic, Assailant, and Curse, and then the left leg of the Forbidden One, obviously. And then currently this deck does not have an extra deck, and I do plan on taking out Diabound to add in Exodius, the Ultimate Forbidden Lord, at some point. I just gotta find someone who has it so I can trade for it, because I do not want to order one right
Oh wait,
now.
I actually know someone who has it.
I'll find that guy for me, and I'll.
Well, they don't go to the school.
Oh, fuck. All right.
So then it
All
doesn't
right,
matter.
so
So I would say just so we're not like just skipping over a bunch of stuff, I would like to go over like kind of some of the key strategies of the deck.
okay.
Most of the key strategies of the deck are to get your Exodia pieces into the graveyard with Obliterate, and then either use Contract of Exodia or the legendary Exodia Incarnate to add them back into your hand as fast as possible. And if that's not the case, then you're blocking off your opponent's graveyard with Necro Valley and stuff like that. And if that's not it, then you're just beating him with spellcasters with Apprentice Piper, Jar of Greed's a really good card, and Pot of Greed for draw power. Backup Soldier's another card to help you with those Exodia pulls.
Oh.
Magic Stone Excavation's another card.
Bye.
See ya.
Make her right.
Alrighty, see ya, bud. And again, Crush card is just good overall. There's a lot.
Yeah.
I can't think of many decks besides your like Karibo deck that play a lot of monsters that are lower than 1,500 points, right?
I mean, because it's Karibo. The whole
Karibo.
point.
The whole point is
is
they're-
weak.
Yeah, and then
they're
it's so much
uncrushable.
like this giant monster that obliterates you.
like
That's the
Zushin.
great-
You can Zushin them.
Yeah, it's great.
What does
All right,
Zushin need?
You need one level 1 normal monster and with 10 Zushin counters. You know how you get a Zushin counter?
How?
Once per turn, you can reveal Zushin the Sleeping Giant in your hand and get 1 counter on it. 10 turns.
So you guys stole
10
them for
flipping
10
turns.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nuts. That's why I need Dimensional Guardian off of you, because that
Oh,
makes
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
think about how good that is for that.
Zushin kind of sucks overall, though, right? I mean, it'd be cool to see you play it, but it's not really a deck.
No,
that would-
it's a good card if you
yeah.
can pull it off. It's a really
That's
good
what
card.
I just found. I found these products that hold your nachos that are dinosaurs.
Drew, were you looking up
Why?
nacho holders
No,
on?
this is on the number 1 release. It's a Nachosaurus, which is a Stegosaurus with the nacho shells. Is the
I don't know
taco.
why.
The
I don't know
taco,
why.
The Tacosaurus Rex.
Anyways,
And
Anyway,
the
anyway.
Triceratops.
so Blake's deck
God,
is
that was-
currently the strongest deck on campus.
Even though his spellcasters, if under the right conditions, can beat
If I can
mine.
get Secret Wheels and Spellcasters out on maybe draw 1 or draw 2, then I can probably beat him. But so far that's not. So that's why I've been ordering new cards to finish it
You
up.
have beaten me 1 time.
Not with that though.
Not with that. Wait, what? I
I've
thought
never
you
beaten your Black.
Oh,
Crystal.
you.
No,
Oh,
I
you-
have, but it wasn't even a really good duel. You got a trash hand, and I didn't count it.
Yeah, because I didn't get anything.
You got nothing, dude. What'd you get?
Alright.
I don't even remember, but
It was nothing. All right. So
no.
my deck is Blackluster Soldier, the original, and it's my favorite card.
Oh yeah,
Then
we can
there's-
go over our favorite cards after that when you're done
Yeah.
with that.
Then there's 3 Super Soldiers, which just awesome.
I'm not gonna lie,
because they
I'm so upset with myself that I introduced you to that card, but I'm glad because it's a really cool deck. I do like the black. Like I'm as mad as I get when you play them, and as much as I don't want you to play them, I love your Black
You're
Luster
the
Soldier.
one who is like,
It's my fault you
want
built the deck. In all honesty,
He's like, you want to buy this, and I'm like, yes, that's a really cool card. And now I'm like, oh god, this is a really flippin' overpowered card.
yeah.
Okay, so then, of course, I run 2 Blackluster Soldiers Envoy at the beginning. That was amazing when they said that they're no longer.
Are they no longer?
They're no longer limited to 1, and they allowed you to have 2 in there. And I'm
Oh,
like,
cool. So
yes.
they're semi-limited now. That's cool.
Yeah. So 3 beginning nights, 3 evening twilight nights, 3 Envoy of Chaos. Those are the 3 cards you need to OTK someone with this deck.
for sure.
Like,
you want to tell them what they do? Because I feel like with my cards they were pretty generic. I
Yeah.
feel like not a lot of people know what these.
So
cards
beginning
do.
night and evening night, basically, if you use them to ritual summon a Blackluster Soldier monster, they gain effects to banish a card per turn, or attack twice, or banish a card per turn, and then what was the other one? I always forget the second one.
Man, you've kept these in really good condition. I'm actually looking at these super soldiers right now.
Oh
You've
yeah,
kept
and
these in
or
really
you
good
can
condition.
banish 1 card from your
he's
opponent's
really,
hand.
really particular about his cards.
I really like my
No, I
cards.
respect that.
And then Envoy of Chaos, which is basically you gain your monster gains 1,500 more attack points, which is just beautiful because that's pretty much an instant win.
Right.
Like my strategy is if I can pull that, I can ritual summon Blackluster Soldier, Super Soldier, with beginning and evening, and then use Envoy on him. That brings him up to 4,500. He can attack any monster, and he does damage equal to that monster's attack points also.
Yeah.
So he'll do a full 4,500 damage if it's in attack mode. Then he can attack twice, ending the game. That's my strategy for that. And that's one that's worked a lot.
It is a pretty OTK heavy deck, I will admit. It's a lot like Cyber Dragons in that theme, but
yeah,
it doesn't play. It plays nowhere close to the same way as Cyber Dragons do.
All right, and then Max C, because it's just anytime if your opponent special summons a monster, you get to draw a card. I mean, who doesn't like that? And it's continuous for their full turn. Dark Flare Dragon, which is kind of like a smaller version of Blackluster Soldier. Charging Gaia. Oh wait, I already said that. Arisen Gaia. Light Pulsar. Lord Gaia, which is my go-to Gaia the Fierce Knight for this deck.
Lord Guy is pretty cool.
Lord Gaia just gains 700 attack points if your opponent summons a monster that has more than
I'll just follow it for you.
2,300 attack points. So
You just handed me when you're going through them.
yeah.
And did you mention that you are in fact playing 2 copies of Lord Gaia and 2 copies of Charging Gaia?
And 2 copies of Arisen Gaia.
Oh yeah, I didn't see them.
Because those are both Arisen Gaia and Charging Gaia are both light and dark, so you know it helps with if I want to banish for like Blackluster or use any other effects. So 3 Super Soldier Synthesis, of course, 2 Trade-ins, Monster Reborn, Twin Twisters, Foolish Burial.
What does what does Synthesis do actually? I am curious. I don't think I've read its whole effect before.
Synthesis, this card can be used to be ritual summon any Blackluster Soldier, ritual monster from your hand or graveyard. You must also send 1 light and 1 dark monster, 1 from your hand and 1 from your deck to the graveyard, whose total level equals exactly 8. You can only activate 1 Super Soldier Synthesis per turn. So it's a pretty good card. Then you got Shared Ride, Soul Release. Sacred Swords of 7 Stars is basically banish any one of the Gaias, and you can summon draw 2 more cards. Lightning Vortex, that's just
Good.
replace.
It's just good.
It's a good card, but I'm trying to get what is it? Rangeki?
Rangeki,
which
yeah.
is just so much better.
Honestly, Regeki's available in the
Not
Kaiba box.
banned. I know, I bought the Kaiba box trying to find it, but I didn't get it.
Yeah.
So Soul Charge, and yeah, that's it. That's it for spells, and then for traps,
You only got
Ordeal
4?
of a Traveler,
I hate. Whoa! I didn't realize how Egyptian that card was. It might fit my Egyptian theme deck.
and it's not going to because that card is too powerful.
I know. I don't plan to get one off you.
And then Quaking Mirror Force, Dimensional Barrier, and Solemn Warning. Then for my...
You have a full extra deck, right?
I have a full extra deck and a full side deck, because this is tournament level, so I need these. So, in my side deck, it's Chaos Hunter, which basically negates banishing, and you'd be surprised how many decks rely on banishing.
Right.
Even if they're not like something that's only about banishing, some cards are really, really hard to use with if you don't banish.
Right.
Droll Lockbird, Chaos Sorcerer, Blackluster Soldier, Envoy of the Evening Twilight, Goddess of Sweet Revenge, I just got that one out of the Kaiba big box, Maju of 10,000 Hands, and Prediction Princess Crystalline.
What does Crystalline do? I don't think I've ever heard of that.
It's 22 defense, level 5, 14 attack points. Flip, you can add 1 ritual monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand.
All right.
It's pretty good.
Can I ask a quick question? What would you like if so? Say you're dueling and you lose your first game.
Yeah.
And you have cards in your side deck that could easily beat your opponent. What are the cards you would take out of the main deck? What would you side deck out?
Well, normally I'd side deck out my traps first, cause I actually don't even need traps for this deck. Traps just help me like once in a while.
Yeah.
Cause I would never take out Dimensional Barrier, cause that thing can just wreck anyone, anytime.
So when did they add side decks to it?
I think side decking was always a thing, right?
Yeah, it's been a thing for a very long time. Ever since the
you
first.
can't change your deck.
Ever since the first tournament, side decks were allowed.
That's what side decking's been.
Yeah, that's what side decking.
Side decking lets you do that.
It's the one time, because you have to pick 15 straight away. You can't change your 15, but you can change your deck. Alright, so, and finally, System Down, which is just, I just keep this in here because I go against a lot of machines, surprisingly.
What machines do you even go against, actually? I don't think I've ever...
The ABCs and XYZs.
Oh, ABCs.
That became a huge archetype since they released the new cards.
Since Link Summoning?
Yeah, since Link Summoning. That thing became, like, huge, and that's helped me actually in the World Tournament thing.
Yeah.
Which I placed, like, 20th, but... Oh, man. And then
I assume is still highly respectable.
It's still pretty good. It's still pretty good, but nowhere near some people there.
You mean regionals, right?
Yeah, I did.
You said world. Yeah.
I meant regionals.
Yeah, regionals for 20. Yeah.
And then the forceful checkpoint. Yeah, basically that's just like if your opponent attacks, they reveal your hand to you, which is really good because seeing your opponent's hand helps me out a lot. Actually, because sometimes seeing your opponent's hand is like disregarded, like, it's not that good. But seeing your opponent's hand is really helpful in a lot of cases.
It can be really helpful.
So they can help you counter cards that they're about to.
And then,
It's true.
Yeah, and then if they have a monster, discard that monster from the hand. And if there's more than one, you get pick. Okay, for my extra deck, I have Gaia Saber the Lightning Shadow, which is my only Link monster. Like, this one's really awesome, plus it's a Gaia.
Wow, it's only 2 monsters, too.
And it's only 2 monsters.
You can
and
use that guy.
23 with 3 Link zones.
I'd like to point out Link zones are left, right, down, and it only requires 2 monsters that has 2,600 points. That's really good because that means you could, jack one of your opponent's extra deck zone, and you get 1 zone below, which is really nice. So you get 2 zones.
So where does these cards get summoned?
What do you mean?
The Link zones.
Link zone.
There's you don't know the new format?
Oh yeah,
I'll explain that later.
Me and Drew don't play with the new format because we hate it. But
we'll explain later.
Yeah.
I don't want to explain that on the podcast. That's just gonna get boring.
But are they, like, I'm just saying, is it placed facing this way on your field or like this way on your field?
It's this way.
Same way.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you should be able to decide which way they're facing.
Yeah.
Heretic Sun Dragon Overlord of something or other. I can't pronounce that. Heliopolis.
Okay.
Number 88,
No.
Gimmick Puppet of
50
Leo.
cents. 50 cents?
Yeah, I have 50 cents.
Please.
I'm gonna be nice.
What do you need 50 cents for? Blake,
What?
what are you giving him 50 cents? Ask what he needs 50 cents for.
Food. Whatever.
We're
Okay,
buying
bye,
for
Gabe.
25 cents.
So,
Well, I have another.
number 88, Gimmick Puppet of Leo, which is basically an instant you win the duel card. I love that card so much, and it's not banned too, because it's so hard to pull off his effect. And then number 107, Galaxy Ice Tachyon Dragon. Number 23, Lancelot, Knight of the Underworld, and Gaia Dragon, the Thunder Charger, which is the Xyz of Gaia.
Cool.
And yeah, that's it.
So where do you go to play?
I go either at my school or Ryan's Comics.
Right.
Because there's this little place. Hopefully, I'm gonna try this new store that I found.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say, is it an OTS or is it a?
It's mostly a gaming shop. Like they have just rows of consoles that you can go play whatever video game you want,
Oh,
and
cool.
then also there's a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards and other things that people duel there. So
Cool.
I thought that was a really cool place I saw.
All right.
It's over by the Nordstroms, if you guys know where
All
that
right.
is.
So me and Drew usually. I mean, if we do ever duel, we duel here at school, at home, or we duel at Ryan's Comics. But we don't really go to Ryan's Comics anymore because I'm not gonna lie.
Because of the war.
No, because Ryan kind of scares me, man. That guy. When that guy's
'Cause
having
of
a
the war,
when,
man.
Ryan's,
Because of
when,
the war.
when Ryan's having a bad day, that guy scares me. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, that guy is like really, really mean.
Yeah.
Like he was like,
It took-
I've been
it took
running.
me
I've
one
been
bad
running. He's like,
experience.
I said I apologize because I was kind of being rude because he was being kind of a jerk. And I said I apologize. He's like, don't worry, I've been running this place for 5 years. I'm like,
Bruh.
dude, I just freaking apologized. Can you accept
Accept
my
it.
apology?
But yeah, so I think we're gonna end it here at 20 minutes. I do have to end up putting these two clips together because someone just tried to call me, so it's gonna suck. But that was pretty much it. Drew, if you want to call Mom, tell her to
She's
head on
already
over.
on the way.
Alrighty, cool.
All right,
I texted her after you said no.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this podcast. Again, this was Cole
Blake.
Drew,
and
Caliburn on the side.
Galvin on the side.
just listening.
Even though he didn't really say
He was
anything.
listening on
Say
the
something
side.
spontaneous.
Say
Like,
something
my God.
about the Soviets. Give
What,
a
like
little
how the
history
Soviets
lesson.
started the Cold War?